Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Rocket Man.
World War III threat. Trump issues stark threat to Little Rocket Man Kim in North Korea. Donald Trump has issued yet another chilling warning to North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un amid fears the U.S. president's tough talk could trigger World War III.
Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime. We must work together and confront together those who threaten us with chaos, turmoil, and terror. If the righteous many do not confront the wicked few, then evil will triumph. No one has shown more contempt for other nations and for the well-being of their own people than the depraved regime in North Korea. If this is not twisted enough, now North Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles threatens the entire world with unthinkable loss of human life. The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
The war of words between President Trump and the Hermit Kingdom's young dictator has continued to escalate after the Kim regime test-fired an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, in July. Now the Republican firebrand has warned Kim enough is enough, telling Secretary of State Rex Tillerson the time for talk is over. The president tweeted, "I told Rex Tillerson, our wonderful Secretary of State, that he is wasting his time trying to negotiate with Little Rocket Man. Save your energy, Rex. We'll do what has to be done." Mr. Tillerson has repeatedly committed to finding a diplomatic resolution to the North Korean threat despite the blustering rhetoric of his commander-in-chief. In August, the Secretary of State praised North Korea's restraint in the face of UN sanctions, with the Kim regime responding days later by firing several short-range ballistic missiles into theaters between them and Japan. At the time, Mr. Tillerson said, "The firing of any ballistic missile is a violation of UN Security Council resolutions. We do view it as a provocative act against the United States and our allies. Having said that, we're going to continue our peaceful pressure campaign, as I have described it, working with allies and working with China as well to see if we can bring the regime in Pyongyang to the negotiating table with a view to begin a dialogue on a different future for Korean Peninsula and for North Korea." He added, "We continue to want the Kim regime to understand that there is a different path he can choose. There is also a unified international voice echoing our messages that no one wants to see a nuclear Korean peninsula. We hope for the opportunity to engage with them as to how we might achieve that." It comes amid fears Kim Jong-un will launch another missile in coming days as the Hermit Kingdom prepares to celebrate its 10-day harvest festival Chuseok. North Korea is known to use anniversaries and public holidays to launch missile tests, leading to fears in the south where the holiday is also observed. A South Korean military source told the Yonhap news agency, "Since North Korea can carry out provocations at any time, we are constantly on alert and ready to respond immediately. We are closely monitoring any movement in the North's military, under the assumption that the North can destabilize the conditions on the Korean peninsula with a major provocation even during Chuseok, which is one of our biggest traditional holidays."